Welcome to channel. Today, I will be talking about a fantasy, drama and romance movie titled Amazing Stories: The Cellar. The movie begins with two brothers Sam and Jake checks out a house and looking at how it could be restored. Going through the house, they went down to the cellar to have the lighting system of the house restored. They feel the cellar looks like a time capsule with so much history. Jake noticed something on the wall and pointed out to Sam that it's an old barometer. Sam, distracted by the Tinder app on his phone, got a notification from a girl on the app named Francesca. He asks his brother what time they would be leaving. In the next scene, he's seen in a bar with the girl. He told her he's usually not late for a meeting and that his brother made him come late. He showed the girl the photo of his niece and brother, claiming he's a perfect uncle to his niece. The next day, Sam and Jake begin to work on the house, with Jake pestering Sam about changing the name of their partnership to Taylor Brothers Construction. While renovating the house, Sam finds an old box with matches and a photo of a woman in a wedding gown, with the note "cabbage." Sirens suddenly go off. Well, that's a sign that there's a bad storm heading their way. They ran out and packed their things inside. The lights went off and Sam went down the cellar to check it out. While in the basement, the barometer starts screeching, and Sam covers his ears to block out the sound. He returns upstairs to see the house looking completely different. Sam looks around puzzled, checking from one room to the other. In one of the rooms, he sees a woman playing the piano. The woman, who was startled, told him to leave her house. She got out a shotgun and screams for him to leave before her mother gets home. It's gathered that Evelyn is engaged to be married to a man named William. Sam ran out of the house and into the street. He then realized he has gone back in time to 1919. Evelyn's mother came down to the basement and caught her listening to a song. She demands she stops listening to her perverse taste in music, collected the albums from her, and told her to behave like a lady. Sam came down to the stairs and says the records are his. Evelyn said Sam is a doctor and her classmate. The mother invites Sam to Evelyn's engagement party. When the mother walks off, Sam hands back the records, and she thanks him. Sam tries telling Evelyn that he is from the future, and shows her a photo of Evelyn in a wedding dress as proof. Sam attends the engagement party and is introduced to Evelyn's granddad Warren, who built the house. He immediately launches into questions about the cellar. Weird, right? Who discusses about a cellar at an engagement party? While William and Evelyn dance, William tells her about the photographer he has hired. Evelyn, who is starting to believe Sam, asks if he'd like to go for a walk. She asks him what it is like in the future. The pair headed to a secret speakeasy. Sam knows the password from the message in the box in the future as cabbage. The man at the store lets them both into the speakeasy. Sam wanted to pay with a dollar note at the bar, and Evelyn quickly pays with coins. Sam is seen obviously enjoying Evelyn's company as they dance together. Sam convinces Evelyn to get up to sing, and she does. She sings her heart out. When they leave the speakeasy, Sam tells Evelyn she should sing for a living. Evelyn's mother finds them both and stating angrily that Evelyn is an engaged woman and should not been seen in such a place, and took Evelyn home with her. The next day, Sam meets Warren again and asks about the low pressure in the basement. Warren shows him a barometer and talks about the rare storm that occurs irregularly. Sam asks if can borrow the barometer, and in return, he will fix the barn doors. Sam entered Evelyn's room and saw her packing. Clearly, she was upset and wants to run away. Sam tells Evelyn that he has found a way to go back to 2019. He tells Evelyn, maybe you were always meant to come back with me. Evelyn kissed him and told him her wedding is in 10 days, so they need this rare storm to arrive before then. While waiting, they prepared for the storm, and Sam fixed the barn doors as promised. One day, Evelyn was having her photo taken in her wedding dress. William said he will always remember her as a young, beautiful woman. And then the storm starts. Evelyn and Sam run off to the basement, but William and his men showed up and took Evelyn away, leaving a beaten Sam in the basement. Well, they definitely knew of their affair. The screeching starts again, and he returns to 2019 on his own. A very upset and agitated Sam tries to explain what happened to his brother, but Jake thinks he imagined it all. Sam stayed in the house wanting to get back to Evelyn. He searched through history and finds out that Evelyn got married in a section of a newspaper. He also learns that the next storm of that type will hit in the next 10 to 15 years. They've become irregular due to global warming, but Sam refuses to believe that it's true. A storm soon arrives, and the sirens goes off again. Sam ran into the basement. The high-pitched sound begins. This time he arrives at a time where the house looks very modern. He saw evidence of a 5th birthday celebrations. He sees a portrait of Evelyn at an event. He goes upstairs to see Evelyn putting a boy to sleep. She says good night Sam to the boy. Realizing what the future looks like, Sam returned to the basement. Jake changed the layout, hiding the barometer. Sam tells Jake that he believes he had a family with Evelyn. Eventually Jake promises to help out with the basement, but said Sam should promise he will go see a doctor. When Jake helps, Sam fools his brother and locks himself in the basement and goes into the past again. He grabs Evelyn and they head to the flooded basement. A beam falls on him and he's trapped. In a rather emotional moment, he tells Evelyn about her future and that she has a son. He asks her to tell his brother he loves him. Eventually, after hesitating, he lets go of her and heads into the future. Evelyn now in the future meets Jake. He brings her a change of clothes. Jake tells Evelyn how much Sam loved her in her singing. Jake and Evelyn find a hidden letter from Sam where he told them he survived the flooding and he's stuck in 1919 and that he was desperate to return, but the rare storm never came. Sam wrote to Evelyn that as much as she belongs in the future, maybe he belonged to the past. He left a letter for his brother as well, telling it's time to build his own house. He ends his letter to Evelyn with "Your life is waiting. Go out and get it." Sam is seen getting into his truck with the inscription Sam Taylor Construction written on it and driving away. The last scene shows Evelyn putting her child to bed as he asks if there was someone outside. She came out to check and sees no one. That pretty much ends our recap for today. See you in the next one.